Why don't they just call that the start button? I don't even remember what we were doing. Bruh. Bruh. All right. More serious matters. You know, since I'm on YouTube, I could totally like start playing music videos on another tab and get all my videos banned. Get all my streams banned. Probably get some copyright strikes too, probably. Well, I got materials. Got stuff, so I would really like. Hey Johnny, what's up? I would really like to build.
I'm still reeling over the army of demons. Imagine what would have happened if the Inquisitor hadn't arrived.
Avenger, huh? No idea what that is.
Inquisitor.
Really know what I'm doing here. Doing something, apparently.
Inquisitor.
I was gonna send these people out to do shit, right? Hey, what's up, Steen?
Someone's turning into a bit of a dragon hunter, I've heard.
It is good, bro. It is good. We're probably gonna play that next, actually. I'm wondering how much more. Pride head rod, that's down there. This is basically the end of the game. Pretty much.
With an Illuvion, Corypheus could cross into the Fade in the flesh.
Indeed, the Inquisitor can attest that these artifacts still work if one knows how to use them.
What happens when Corypheus enters the
Dinner time.
Why,
Yeah, it's
he will gain his heart's
it's barely
desire
noon here.
and take the
It's lunchtime here.
power of a god. Or, and this is more likely, the lunatic will unleash forces that tear the world apart.
Yep, can't have that.
Reasons for stopping Corypheus have gone from revenge to keep the world intact.
It was always so, was it not? The madman would bury us all.
Pardon me, but does this mean everything's lost unless we get to the Illuvion before him?
Corypheus has a head start, no matter how quickly our army moves.
We should gather our allies before we march.
Can we wait for them? We should send our spies ahead to the Arbor Wilds.
Without support from the soldiers, you'd lose half of them.
Then what should we do?
For starters, we don't let Corypheus worry us to death. Imagine how embarrassing that would be. Josephine, have our allies send scouts to meet us in the wilds. Leliana, your fastest agents will join them. Together, we'll have enough spies to slow down Corypheus's army until Cullen's soldiers arrive.
Such confidence. But the Arbor Wilds are not so kind to visitors. Old elven magic lingers in those woods.
we'd be remiss to not take advantage of your knowledge, Lady Morgan. Please lend us your expertise.
'Tis why I came here, although it is good to see its value recognized.
Any further instructions, Inquisitor?
Remember what Corypheus has done while you plan. Every loss, every setback, every death.
Oh, is this our rah-rah speech? I think this is our rah-rah speech
Let
sometime.
him learn what it means to be an enemy of the Inquisition.
We'll hound Corypheus in the wilds before he can find the temple or the Silurion.
All right. Blackwall's gone. Oh, so sad. Now we've skipped 60% of the game. We're still basically leveled. Ridiculous. That's why that half XP one is good. We'd still be about a level 11, maybe 12 at the most. Serious Josephine is serious. So much drama cheese. What's up, Lime? Evil Liliana is evil. Go tell her bad guy counterparts what's going down here. That we're clearing the way for whatever Liliana's going to do in the next game. With Solus, my guess. John, what's going on, man? Got more drama cheese cinematic cutscenes from Inquisition. Drama cheese.
Inquisitor,
How goes the battle, Captain?
the Red Templars fall beneath our blades, your worship. Commander Cullen says they're nearly finished. Our scouts saw Corypheus traveling towards an elven ruin to the north. We can clear you a path through his armies.
Make the monsters pay, Captain. Leave none standing.
We shall not flinch, your worship, not a one of us. Andraste guide you, Inquisitor.
That's right. That's my plan. Kill everything.
I wonder, is it Andraste your soldiers invoke during battle, or does a more immediate name come to their lips?
Who really gives a fuck, Morrigan? I don't give a
We're in
shit.
the middle of a war, Morrigan. Time is short.
If your scouts report accurately, I believe these ruins to be the Temple of Mathal.
Which is?
A place of
Her mother.
out of elven legend. If Corypheus seeks it, then the Illuvian he covets lies within. Let us hope we reach this temple before the entire forest is reduced to ash.
Just be ready to fight, okay? Don't care about the rest of it. Just be ready to fight. Let's see, what am I working with? All right. I haven't leveled, but everyone else has apparently. Yeah, so we're already level 19. We've skipped 60, 70% of the content. The XP gain is not balanced. That's cool. We're really just playing around here anyway, you know? Really. Let's see about giving her that. That's nice too. Got those. Or do I want to get her towards all of this? Let me give her that. Play it a little differently. Play her just a little bit differently than I normally do. And 8 of them? Shit. Never know. I might make something. I could make something. Grab some of this. Really need some great bear hides, honestly. Alright, so where's the path that leads us down that way? Not there. Another oorah, aru and oorah.
Corypheus' soldiers appear to be on the defensive.
Listen to how close the fighting's gotten. It will be worse ahead.
One last push and we can lick our wounds. I wonder if Corypheus will show.
Do you sense the magic crackling? Something more powerful than the Red Templars stirs.
Let's get a barrier going. Yeah, you gotta go. Oh shit. Oh, the cooldowns are horrible right now. I need a group of enemies to destroy. Let's just get this damn archer. Oh yeah, you're fucked. Yeah, see. Oh, they're fucking immune to that, aren't they? How'd that work out for you? Are these wardens? I love that, how the wardens are still... I believe those are wardens. Can't really tell. Not sure. Looks like it. Those wardens? I think those are wardens. You didn't like that, did you?
Those were Grey Wardens.
Those are Grey Wardens.
Last of those enslaved at Adamant.
No.
If they are forced to obey him, death will be a blessing.
Exactly. Those were wardens. Okay, I thought so. So why did I send the wardens away? Fuck the wardens. Even though Sarah got pissy about it, because she's disillusioned, believing Blackwall's bullshit, I guess. I don't know. Maybe there's a story with... I think Sarah's association with the wardens is because she saw the wardens help save Denerim or something. You gotta die. You just, yeah, you're not, yeah, this, I mean, we don't even talk about that anymore. You're just... Right, we're not even gonna discuss it. You're just gonna die and we're just gonna move on. Sorry, buddy, your name has been written out of the history books, man. For Haven, and the Divine, and coffee in the morning, and... Hot Pockets, and...
There, ahead. An entire camp of Red Templars.
Watch out. They've posted archers on the wall.
Oh, bitch. Shoot me again, ho.
Were we just attacked by elves?
Uh-huh. But they don't look like any elves I've ever seen.
Perhaps these creatures are the reason few return from the Arbor Wilds.
If you're not going to give me any Fade Touch stuff, just don't give it to me at all. Honestly. Really just wasting my time. See how long my barrier lasts. I think this is how a mage was supposed to play in this game. This right here. They didn't try real hard to hide the skills. The way I see it, the better... I'd say better. In my opinion. Like, can I just say that? In my opinion... roasting hot dogs while we roast villains. In my opinion, the better RPG. Look at that water. They did a really good job on that. The better RPGs are the ones that hide the skills that have a lot of synergy with one another. They not only make you look for them and work for them, but then once you put them together, if you got one over here and two over there and one over here, and then your party member has that, which influences what you do, and as soon as you do it, it influences this person to make it easier for that person to do that, which makes it easier for you to do this. And next thing you know, you've got instant cooldowns, and everybody's hitting criticals, and you're doing all this stuff, and your equipment just plays into that. An effective build. Like, we haven't maximized this either. Like, I didn't maximize Cassandra or Vivian. Vivian, I gave her some armor. It's not the best armor, but I think it looks cool. I think she's looking pretty legit. But when you just optimize all your stuff, it's just ridiculous. It's OP. It's overpowered unless you use certain trials. Certain trials can keep it kind of even and balanced, but still, there is that in this game. There is at least still some of that, and I don't know that they put it in there. I think it's what's left of Dragon Age that they didn't wash out. That's what I believe. What little is left in the skill trees that actually allows you to look and choose and stuff, and the worst part of it, you don't need it. Because you really don't have to, you don't ever have to even have to craft in the game. You could literally walk around and just pick up whatever you find and beat the game probably without ever dying, you know, on its hardest difficulty. I mean, really, seriously. So it's not necessary. It's not like Dragon Age 2, where once you put that shit on Nightmare, if you don't optimize your build and have all your shit together, you're gonna get destroyed. Something's just gonna it's gonna be almost impossible to pass. I run into that. Still run into that to this day. Something will be off. I'll have picked the wrong skill in the wrong order or something, and it just makes you pay for it. I think the skills, the way they're kind of placed in here, is accidentally left. In other words, it almost seems like instead of someone at BioWare being smart enough to lay it out like this, is someone at BioWare wasn't smart enough to take out everything that means something in the game. They tried. They tried to take out anything that actually matters in the game. They did their best to ruin it. But they weren't thorough enough. There's still some things left in Inquisition that give the player something to grab onto and something to work with. Multiplayer is actually even better. Multiplayer really gives some good skill combinations to allow teamwork. Problem is, when you get into multiplayer, you can't find anybody that's willing to play as a team. So it doesn't matter. Everyone wants to do their own thing. They don't understand the concept of tanking and DPS and healing and support and aggro and all those things. So multiplayer basically flopped because they didn't emphasize to the players either learn how to do your job or die. They didn't emphasize that, you know. Kind of a shame. How do you get back here? Oh, I see. There we go. I was wondering what was going on over here. But I think a mage is in a game a mage that's properly developed is supposed to be blitzkrieg. You're supposed to be just this one-man powerhouse of death where, yeah, you might die in an instant, but damn near nothing can touch you because it dies when it even thinks about touching you. You know, that type of thing. I think that's how a mage should play. There's still ways to produce that kind of mage. You could make that kind of mage in Origins and Dragon Age 2. But this it's a lot more narrow. Like, to get that kind of mage working, you got to look a little harder, and I have to respect that. That's at least one good thing. Well, at least there's a couple good Templars left. I use good loosely. If they fix their problems, they could do 3 things in the next Dragon Age game and fix it. Their story writing overall is not an issue. I don't personally believe. Their voice acting, dialogue, cutscenes, ideas, even if they went a little heavy on the cheese in Inquisition, they still are far ahead of a lot of other games in that. They do that well. I would hate for them to lose that. That's always been a keystone for their games. But they need to put tactics back in. 1. All the trials that they have in that list, all the trials that you could potentially need to be not trial, but need to be part of Nightmare mode as they sit. Without the bugs and the glitches, obviously. But that they need to get Nightmare working again. They need to figure out how to do that. If they can't do that, they need to not release the game until they figure out how to make that work without breaking the game. And 3, and probably most importantly, they need to speed the combat back up. Everything on normal should be on haste. And everything on haste should be like a hamster overdosing on crack. All the time. It should be brutal. It should be effective, bloody, nasty, explosions, splatter everywhere. Dragon Age 2 got it right. Totally got it right. With a very short development time. There's really no excuse not to take that and just throw that same system in your new graphics engine. You can give us all the fancy graphics and shit, but if it's at the expense of gameplay, you can take those graphics and stick them in your ass then, in my opinion. Saying my Qunari mage stinks? G-Man, is that what you're saying?
There. That must be the Temple of Mythal.
Prepare yourself, my dear. It's likely Corypheus will make an appearance.
I'd count on it. Be ready.
I hear fighting ahead.
Yeah, that sounds like something a synth would say, G-Man. That's exactly what a synth would say.
Namelana Sabanale.
The wretch mocks you, master.
These are but remnants. They will not keep us from the Well of Sorrows.
Well of Sorrows.
Be honored. Witness death at the hands of a new god.
Sure think a lot of yourself. Well, it'd be nice if that was it. She's insecure about her front teeth, and as a result, she's this evil piece of shit. That's how Corypheus got out of the prison in the first place. He was dead, but he took the place of that corrupted warden. I guess he has to have a warden nearby to corrupt someone that already has the blight in their blood.
At last, Mythal's sanctum. Let us proceed before Corypheus interferes.
You said Corypheus wanted an eluvian, but he mentioned a Well of Sorrows. Which is right?
I am uncertain of what he referred to.
Could they be the same? Could eluvian translate into Well of Sorrows?
No. It seems an eluvian is not the prize Corypheus seeks. Yes, I was wrong. Does that please you? Whatever the Well of Sorrows might be, Corypheus...
Defensive much, Morgan?
Must keep it from his grasp.
Let's find this well before Corypheus's people do. I want to know how Corypheus returned to life. We saw him die.
And his life force passes on to any blighted creature,
blighted
or
creature.
Grey Warden.
So that's how the bastard survived, Hawk.
We'll find a way to stop Corypheus once we're done here.
'Tis strange. Archdemons possess the same ability, and still the Grey... It appears the temple's magics are still strong.
Is this Elven? Does it say anything about this Well of Sorrows?
I only recognize a few phrases. Ah, a Belasan, meaning place of sorrow. That must be the well. There is something about knowledge, respectful or pure. Shiven. Shivenen. 'Tis all I can translate. That it mentions the well is a good omen.
At least we know the Well of Sorrows was important.
Supplicants to Mathal would have first paid obeisance here. Following their path may aid entry.
Can we stop fucking talking?
A ritual to appease elven gods? Long dead or no, I don't like it.
If need be, unless you wish to turn back.
All that talking made me undo the first thing that I stepped on, too. Are you gonna just stop and troll talk me every time we start one of these fucking puzzles, Morgan? So I have to do everything twice? I can see her doing that. I can see her doing that. Bitch.
I see the Venatori have already encountered the temple's guardians.
A just death for these mages. But where are the killers?
Preparing another display of hospitality, no doubt.
See, this statue is not supposed to be here.
Why would this be here?
Something wrong?
It depicts the dread wolf, Fen Harel. In elven tales, he tricks their gods into sealing themselves away in the beyond for all time.
No, he sealed them away. So there's some truth there, sort of.
Is as blasphemous as painting Andraste naked in the chantry.
I'm afraid ancient elven heresy isn't exactly my speciality.
Nor mine. It is baffling. Still, so long as the wolf's jaws cannot close around us, we may pass safely on.
Apparently,
Don't let them pass.
his misplaced sympathy they're bound around their neck, kind of like the Qunari mages are, the Saarebas. Hit you for 5,000, bitch.
Come on, we might catch them.
Hold a moment. While they rush ahead, this leads to our true destination. We should walk the petitioner's path as before.
Lady Morrigan was wrong about Corypheus seeking an Illuvian. Do we trust her now? While we dally with rituals, Inquisition soldiers die outside these walls. Down is swifter.
Performing these rituals may...
How did the entire party gain guard? From Cassandra. That's one of her passive abilities. That's her special ability. It's what she does. She gives everybody guard and stamina regen for, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 seconds or some shit.
You're very eager to reach our destination.
Are we not all eager to stop Corypheus from achieving his mad plan?
It sounds like what you want is that well.
There is a danger to the natural order. Legends walked Thedas once, things of might and wonder. Their passing has left us all the lesser. Corypheus would squander the ancient power of the well. I would have it restored.
You barely know what the Well of Sorrows is, but you want to restore it.
Yes. Is Thedas so full of wonders that we should leave them to die one by one? Mankind blunders through the world, crushing what it does not understand. Elves, dragons, magic. The list is endless. We must stem the tide, or be left with nothing more than the mundane. This I know to be true. I read more in the first chamber than I revealed. It said a great boon is given to those who use the Well of Sorrows, but at a terrible price.
What sort of curse should we brace ourselves for if we use the well?
Would be easier by far to advise you of a curse. This price is not so well defined. My priority is your cause, but if the opportunity arises to save this well, I am willing to pay the cost.
And gain what?
That is what we must discover. The rituals may point the way.
Sure talk a lot. All I know is I better get paid for completing all this bullshit. Slap Morgan, I better get paid for this.
Time to proceed to the next ritual, I should think.
Yeah, Morgan, if you really ever want to be trusted, I don't think Morgan gives a shit whether she's trusted or not, as long as she gets what she wants. I think it's pretty much just that simple. I would have taken a Fade Touch version of that, thank you very much. But no, I get a Dwarven plate instead.
Is complete.
We are close. There is but one more part.
The last one is kind of a bitch. Well, to me. I always have a hard time with this. Those statues right there are the ones from the Elven Temple, or the Elven whatever ruins in the Brazilian forest. The statues are everywhere.
What's this?
I believe we are in the presence of the elven goddess Andrew, Lady of the Hunt. 'Tis said the Dalish invoke her before a chase, especially if they happen to be stalking humans.
Humans clash with elves all the time. There's blood on both sides.
I do not favor either. One hears things in an Orlesian court. Many Orlesian commanders consider skirmishes against the Dalish excellent sport.
I don't remember. Yeah, let me take a look around this thing. Let's see. This is easy enough. Gotta just come out the front side somehow. Gotta be able to turn the switch. Yeah. Why didn't it trigger? What the fuck is this broken shit? Okay. Alright, bitch. Am I stepping on it? Am I fucking standing on it? Or am I imagining that? I don't think it's gonna let me jump it. Forgot you had to do that. I don't know if it'll let me or not. Forgot. I think I can fall off the other side over there, if I remember right. You can't do that either. Shit. Told you I have a problem with this one. Y'all just stuck up there? Interesting. Y'all are just on dick, huh? Must be an invisible barrier up there. Okay, you just... Yeah, I know. You're just... Gotta be dick, because dope doesn't do you like that. I can do it. You gotta leave that. Pretty clever, actually. This puzzle is kind of clever. This should be it. I had to leave this one open. That was my mistake.
There. Everything is lit.
So, what now?
Sandra disapproves, Vivian Slight. Everyone disapproves of that. Interesting. Well, that's my job, is to piss off people inadvertently by doing something that nobody knows what it does wrong or right, but they pretend like they know what it does, so they get approval or disapproval based on an action that has no known consequences one way or another. Okay.
That is not what I expected.
Whatever.
What was this chamber used for?
We're being watched.
Yep, that's an understatement.
Vernavis, you are unlike the other invaders. You bear the mark of magic, which is familiar.
Interesting.
How has this come to pass? What is your connection to those who first disturbed our slumber?
They are my enemies, as well as yours.
I am called Abelas. We are sentinels, tasked with standing against those who trespass on sacred ground. We wake only to fight, to preserve this place.
Man, y'all haven't eaten in a minute either. Y'all want a sandwich? Here, hold on, put your bows down. Here, everybody gets a sandwich.
Like all who have come before you, you wish to drink from the Vira Belasan.
The place of the Way of Sorrows. He speaks.
Abelas Belasan.
It is not for you. It is not for any of you.
So, you're elves from ancient times, before the Tevinter Imperium destroyed Arlathan.
The Shemlin did not destroy Arlathan. We Elven warred upon ourselves. By the time the doors to this sanctuary closed, our time was over. We awaken only when called, and each time find the world more foreign than before. It is meaningless. We endure. The Vira Belasan must be preserved.
We did not come here to fight you, nor to steal from your temple.
I believe you. Trespassers you are, but you have followed rites of petition. You have shown respect to Mythal. If these others are enemies of yours, we will aid you in destroying them. When this is done, you shall be permitted to depart. And never return.
I do not trust them. We know not what they'll do once the battle is over.
Consider carefully. You must stop Corypheus, yes, but you may also need the well for your own.
I accept your offer.
You will be guided to those you seek. As for the Vira Belasan, it shall not be despoiled, even if I must destroy it myself.
No!
Morrigan!
What was that bird flapping ability before? Well, shit. Let's follow the elf with a really big-ass book.
A handy guide, maybe?
Mytholanast.
That's helpful, since Morrigan chased off on her own.
Dear Morrigan left to use the well herself, undoubtedly.
those knee braces and the faceplate are strongly familiar of the champion armor in Kirkwall. For whatever that means. Hey, let's go kill somebody real quick. I like how their book floats like a weapon. That's pretty damn cool. Where's that ability for us, man? Why can't we have the cool book? Alright. You said they let their book drop, open, floating, face up? That's some MMO type shit right there. That's one of the animations you see an MMO mage doing. Like from Final Fantasy. That's pretty cool.
The entire temple must have looked like this long ago. How could the elves pour such devotion into this nonsense?
I'm guessing there's a lot of lore and just specifically what statues are here and in what order and... Like, this is big owls, right? These owls were also, at our fort in, where was it? Crestwood. Big old owls like that. What does that mean? Why would we put them up there? I guess those are owls. Look like owls to me. There's Fen Harel. There's a different chamber for each one.
Henshra, Gilas Velafan.
I think she wants us to go back.
Just a quick look around.
Hey, look, if you don't have any use for this gold, I'll go ahead and take that. It's like, hey, chill out. I found like $1,000 just messing around in here. Oh no, that's too many enemies right there. Come on, I can't move this. There we go. Bitch. I don't always kill Venatori, but when I do, I kill all of them. Dos Equis Inquisition. Dos Equisition. That's what it is. See, then you have like Soleil is the big Hala. I don't remember who the big wolf or the big owl was. Then you have Fenrir as the wolf. You got Mythal represented by that woman. And I think that's where the whole tradition of Andraste stemmed from. Be interesting when they finally lay it down exactly how everything started, who did what, and who came from where, and what happened with by whom, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The big archers are there in that puzzle place. Oh, calm down. It's like shit like this painting right here. Looks like a dragon. Of course, Mythal can turn into a dragon, right? What does that mean? I don't know. There's little elven trees that you see around the alluvion, all off in that carpet right there. I'm saying they put details in the environment that tell you shit, and I don't know what it all means, but... So what is this? I don't know what that's supposed to be. Elves on Hala fighting with Mythal over the top of them as a dragon, fighting against what? Going to war against what? That's definitely Flemeth over there. Oh, there's a second one dragon up there. Yeah, sure is. Second dragon up there. Who's that? Well, it's not Morrigan, but could it be Flemeth's original? Or someone to take Flemeth's place, or... You see what I'm saying? That's just stuff. It's out there. You just gotta find it.
The Well of Sorrows.
Finally!
Andraste, guide us.
It's like Andraste got us. Oh, just relax. Oh, what was that? The two-fingered Venatori death punch?
So close. The well knows its vessel, and those who would despoil it. Stand aside, Inquisitor.
And you are?
I'm called Calpurnia. But when I partake of the well, names will be meaningless. Leave. This is not your time.
I might have taken you seriously if you hadn't blown a path through the temple.
Any force that might have cared is dust and ashes. You serve your people. You have one last chance to save them. The Well of Sorrows overflows with knowledge. Power abandoned by those the elves worshipped as gods. To walk the Fade without the anchor. That is what the Well of Sorrows will give.
I don't think the gingivitis is working with those big-ass fucking buck teeth.
If that's the case, why isn't Corypheus clawing at the well?
I will carry it like a jug brimming for his use. Can you not see? I knew you would take the well for yourself, to ransack its wisdom, to try to defeat Corypheus. Come then, one last sacrifice!
Aw, bitch. This is your mistake. This is your mistake. The fuck was that? Your pets are getting their shit kicked in, bitch. I'm a better mage than you are. Just so you know.
If I fall, it will not be by your hand.
Okay, well, just go buck teeth first, and that ought to carry you all the way down to the bottom real fast. She's still alive. We'll be seeing her in the next game, I guess.
You heard his parting words, Inquisitor. The elf seeks to destroy the Well of Sorrows.
So the sanctum is despoiled at last.
You would have destroyed the well yourself, given the chance.
To keep it from your grasping fingers. Better it be lost than bestowed upon the undeserving.
Fool. You'd let your people's legacy rot in the shadows.
Enough.
You cannot honestly...
I said enough.
The well clearly offers power, Inquisitor. If that power can be turned against Corypheus, can you afford not to use it?
Do you even know what you ask? As each servant of Mythal reached the end of their years, they would pass their knowledge on through this. All that we were, all that we knew, it would be lost forever.
Look around you. Everything your people were. It's already gone.
It is.
It's a hard truth.
Why remain? Why perform a duty without purpose?
What else would you have them do?
You have shown respect to Mythal, and there is a righteousness in you I cannot deny. Is that your desire? To partake of the Vira Belasan as best you can? To fight your enemy?
Not without your permission.
One does not obtain permission. One obtains the right.
No, already earned that, so do what you will, right?
The Vira Belasan may be too much for a mortal to comprehend. Brave it if you must. But know you this. You shall be bound forever to the will of Mythal.
Bound to a goddess who no longer exists, if she ever did.
Let's give Morgan that rude awakening. Let's bind Morgan to her mom. Morgan says, "What is this?" And you say, "Your mom."
Thank you for this gift, Avalas.
Do not thank me yet, Shemlin.
Smartass elf just called a Qunari Shemlin.
I was correct on that count, at least.
Is it still a threat? Can Corypheus use it to travel the Fade?
You recall when I took you through my alluvion, I said each required a key? The well is the key. Take its power, and Mythal's last alluvion will be no more use to Corypheus than glass. I did not expect the well to feel so hungry.
Let's not be reckless. I don't want anyone hurt.
I am willing to pay the price the well demands. I am also the best suited to use its knowledge in your service.
Do not trust her, Inquisitor. She's a parasite. Only here because she sensed a meal more hearty than you.
Said by one whose only motive for joining the Inquisition was altruism.
Is it altruism or sense not to plunge headfirst into a power you don't remotely understand?
Why should I be refused when the reasons to allow it are sound?
Bitches,
Of those
comma,
present, I alone
stop
have
bickering.
the training to make use of this. Let me drink, Inquisitor.
Are you sure you want this?
Can we just tell her okay? Can I have the dialogue option to tell her okay? That's like 5 opportunities, go ahead. But no. I have to keep asking. Now I want to slap myself in the fucking face. Will you please take yes for an answer?
It's yours.
Damn. Had to beat around that bush for about 3 hours. Vivian greatly disapproves. Well, shit, Vivian. Great. Great. Morrigan did the big magical Dragon Age belly flop. It emptied the pool.
I am intact. There is much to sift through, but now we can...
Morrigan just got really powerful, I'm guessing. I wonder if Mythal knew Morrigan would become Mythal, so Flemeth was actually able to sacrifice herself, knowing it would come to pass. Oh, are you mad again, bitch? Your little toys got jacked from you? You're like that little bitch in the sandbox who keeps getting his marbles stolen and just throws sand at everybody. You lose, Corypheus. Well, that was exciting.
It is done.
Okay. Well, whatever it is, at least it's done. Yeah, right. Hey, Corypheus, take this with you. They jump through the mirror.
I'm pleased to report we won the battle, Inquisitor. When you went through that mirror, Corypheus and his archdemon fled the field. I'm not sure why.
What he wanted was no longer within the temple.
Perhaps. He spent so long trying to get into the temple, he probably couldn't have helped his forces by that point.
Then Corypheus is finished.
If he is wise, he will hide and rebuild his strength before he attacks again.
He will not hide.
Meaning he will attack us directly at Skyhold.
Not necessarily, but neither will he remain idle.
And how could you have such insight into his plans?
The Well of Sorrows held many voices, and they speak to me now from across the ages. They hold wisdom, secrets I never dreamed possible. But even they fear what Corypheus has become.
But he's not a god yet, is he?
Not yet. He is both powerful and immortal. But he has a weakness. The dragon he calls is not truly an archdemon. It is a dragon in which Corypheus has infested part of his being. He doubtless did so out of pride to emulate the gods of old. That pride can be exploited. Kill the dragon, and his ability to leap into other bodies is disrupted. He can be slain.
You're sure? If there are no bodies for him to jump to?
You assume there is a limit to the range of his power. There is not.
Then what do you propose? Killing the dragon is no simple task, if it could even be found.
There is a way to defeat the dragon, to match Corypheus in his power. The well whispers it to me now. Your help will be required, Inquisitor. Speak to me when you are ready, and we shall begin.
I'll see to Skyhold's defenses in the meantime.
I thought I had a... Oh well. Moves to attack, huh? Master Spirit Room. I can make one. Oh, okay. What's this? Electric? Garbage. Mehmet. Plus 28 strength. Damn. Empty-halved, huh? Really? I didn't give that to her, huh? That's weird. Alright, then let me go look here. Offense 9 metal. Offense leather. That's what I'm looking for, I think. This one right here. I don't have enough of those. I got just regular bear hides? I think so. We'll just go with those. I'm not going to worry that much about it. Attack. Everite gives you 6 attack. It's fine. Frost. Might as well make them. Sure, why not? All right, let's Busta Rhymes. Fire Frost. I really want an enhanced belt, but it never gave me one. I'm not a big fan. They're really only good for, I think, animals and basically uncorrupted things. But I mean, I think they don't work on. I'm not sure about dragons. I don't think they do, but they might. Maybe. But I know they don't work on Templars or Darkspawns, so it's really bandits and animals and stuff. And you start running out of those later in the game when it kind of matters. When you need an extra damage boost, I'd rather have something that pretty much hits everything. Like, what is it? The Cleansing Rune is great against demons, but doesn't really do anything against people or animals or bears or any of that. Cleansing Rune would probably be better overall for later game stuff, I would think, but I don't really know. You know, it's like you think of all the things that something would help you against, and then every once in a while you find something that it's completely worthless. And so, what does that mean? You know?
Inquisitor.
Like, I got a couple enemies that are immune to electric. Does that mean I just abandon electric damage? No. The cool thing about staffs is you have spirit runes in your staffs. So spirit runes will handle anything that electric doesn't. You can at least do some damage.
You must go after her. I will find help, Inquisitor.
I've never seen Morrigan like it. Fuck you, Liliana. You could have said something about Morrigan when we were at that Orlesian Viper Pit. Like, some people will make a weapon. They'll just spend the whole game farming materials to make a weapon to meet every single possible circumstance. You know, and so you go through a bunch of enemies to get to one particular enemy that this particular rune is good against for 5 extra points of damage.
Wait.
That's just too much drama for me.
This is the Fade.
Unless it's necessary, you know?
Can it go
Dragon Age 2 was necessary. If you had enemies weak to fire, you better take some fire with you. Or else you probably weren't going to get through the fight. This game isn't. This game doesn't warrant that. I don't think.
Morrigan!
Micromanaging your damage to meet every possible.
Why would Kieran do this?
Now, if you're dual wielding, if you're playing a rogue, dual wielding, go with one of each. I like electric and frost. That's what I like. Rage demons are really weak to frost. Dragons, except frost dragons, are really weak to frost. And then frost dragons are still weak to electric. And the electric dragons that are immune to electric are weak to frost. Well, they're not weak to it, but it'll hurt them. You know? And you can't put spirit runes in your daggers. If you could, that'd be something.
We'll find him, Morrigan. He can't be far.
He can't be far. It's the whole damn Fade.
The Fade is infinite. He could literally be anywhere. Whatever happens to him now, 'tis my doing. I set him on this path. Please, help me look, Inquisitor. Just a little longer.
So Morgan claims to be cold. She actually has a heart. See where they got the champion armor from. See the design? Which would be Kirkwall based, which would be Tevinter. There's something important about that. I don't know what, but it's important.
There he is! Who's with him? That's...
Mother!
Mother. Now, isn't this a surprise?
Clearly not the good sort of surprise.
My lovely Morrigan has a flair for the dramatic. Thankfully, my grandson is more sensible.
Kieran is not your grandson. Let him go.
As if I were holding the boy hostage. She's always been ungrateful, you see.
Ungrateful? I know how you plan to extend your life, wicked crone. You will not have me, and you will not have my son.
That's quite enough. You'll endanger the boy.
Shut down her damn magic.
What have you done to me?
Oh, shut down her own magic.
Nothing. You drank from the well of your own volition.
Yeah, you asked for it, Morgan.
You are Mythal.
You are. It's very nice to finally meet you.
You see, girl, those are manners.
Those are manners.
Demonstration.
I require nothing from you but your death.
You tried that once already, and see how far it got you.
I'm sorry, Mother. I heard her calling to me. She said now was the time.
I do not understand.
Once I was but a woman, crying out in the lonely darkness for justice. And she came to me, a wisp of an ancient being, and she granted me all I wanted and more. I have carried Mythal through the ages ever since, seeking the justice denied to her.
That could have been a demon lying to you.
You hear the voices of the well, girl. What do they say?
They say you speak the truth.
But what was Mythal? A legend given name and called a god? Or something more? Truth is not the end, but a beginning. A herald indeed, shouting to the heavens, harbinger of a new age. As for
What's up,
me,
Ayub?
I have had many names, but you may call me Flemeth.
If Mythal is within you, why not reveal yourself?
And to whom should I reveal myself?
To the elves, to everyone.
I knew the hearts of men even before Mythal came to me. It is why she came to me. They do not want the truth, and I am but a shadow, lingering in the sun.
I presume you know what we're up against.
Better than you could possibly imagine.
So will you help us?
Once I have what I came for.
No, I will not allow it.
He carries a piece of what once was, snatched from the jaws of darkness. You know this.
He is not your pawn, Mother. I will not let you use him.
Have you not used him? Was that not your purpose? The reason you agreed to his creation?
That was then. Now he is my son.
All they do say something about.
Bodies of her daughters,
What's up, more? Give
that
a second.
was the fate she intended for me. I thwarted her, and now she intends to have Kieran instead.
No. Okay, so they say something about Mythal, and so now that you know the Flemeth is Mythal, so I'm speaking about the same person here. You'll see it across Flemeth's face here in a second in the dialogue, but to understand exactly why she looks the way that she does, understand that Mythal respects your motives and your judgment. In other words, if you truly love something, she respects that you love it, not what you show. You could show that you hate something, but secretly love it, and Mythal would know that. So petitioners would come to Mythal and they would ask for justice. And Mythal was all about justice because she cried out for justice, and that's why Mythal came to her in the first place. So carrying that on, it's that same spirit of judgment and justice. Petitioners would come to Mythal, and if you wanted someone dead for the wrong reason, she'd kill you instead, because she would read the motives of your heart. So if you truly love something for selfless reasons, that would soften Mythal's heart. Anyway, watch. You'll see.
Wait, the way she talked about Kieran.
I am not the only one carrying the soul of a being long thought lost.
He is more than that, Mother.
As am I. Yet you hear me complain. Our destinies are not so easily avoided, dear girl.
Mother, I have to.
You do not belong to her, Kieran. Neither of us do.
If Kieran is so special, why did you wait until now to come for him?
I did not know where he was. Morrigan cleverly hid him from me. Until now.
It was the well.
Always grasping beyond your reach, despite all that I taught you.
You're going to steal the body of a young boy.
If my daughter believes it, then it must be.
She doesn't say yes.
Kieran,
She's testing Morrigan right now.
As you wish. Hear my proposal, dear girl. Let me take the lad.
This is a
and you
test.
are free of me forever. I will never interfere with or harm you again.
Never harmed her in the first place, though.
Keep the lad with you, and you will never be safe from me. I will have my due.
I will take my chances.
I found you once, girl. What makes you think I will not find you again?
Take over my body now, if you must.
Watch your face.
Just let Kieran go. He will be better off without me. Just as I was better off without you.
That's love. See? That's all Flemeth wanted to hear. This is all Flemeth wanted right there. That's all she wanted. Because I think she's fixing to give up herself.
No more dreams?
No more dreams. A soul is not forced upon the unwilling, Morrigan. You were never in danger from me. Listen to the voices. They will teach you, as I never did.
Wait!
That's some real shit right there. I love that. Like, it tells you a whole lot about. But if you don't know Flemeth Mythal, and you don't ever hear that little snippet about how Mythal, what the ancient, I guess the early elves, whoever, would come to her for justice, judgment, revenge, whatever. And if your motives were wrong, don't step up to Mythal. You're fixing to get what you want to unjustly happen to someone else upon yourself. But if you were seeking true justice, true judgment, you always got that too. And she was a terror in the night to your enemies. But if you came half-stepping with some bullshit agenda, yeah, that was it for you.
Are you all right, Kieran? You are not hurt?
I feel lonely.
She wanted the old god soul all along. Is it worth reminding?
Right. There's like a hint in their talk to one another.
My mother has the soul of an elven goddess, or whatever Mythal truly was, and her plans are unknown to me.
For what it's worth, I think you did the right thing.
Did I? She was testing me, and I cannot tell whether I passed.
You passed. Yeah, Morgan looks pretty right there. She looks more like the Morgan.
Now we must prepare to face Corypheus himself.
Oh, that sounds like a good idea.
It seems Mother was right. The voices of the well tell me I will be able to match.
Flemeth, well, I think Figuring out whether anybody's a good guy or a bad guy in the game, I think, is always supposed to be a gray area. Because of the assholes that wrote this game. But, good guy as far as that goes. I mean, certainly not working against you. But then again, a lot of times, people, flesh and blood people with selfish desires and things like that, when anything doesn't go our way, or when we want something to go one way and the quote-unquote gods want it to go another, then we pout and we call them a bunch of assholes and they must be the bad guy because we're not getting what we want. There's a whole lot of that. Do a whole bunch of bad shit and then when you have to pay for it, blame God for it. Right? Isn't that what we do? Just by nature? So, is she a good guy? I mean, I think... Yeah? By a loose definition of good guy. I think, like, is she actively right this second fighting against Corypheus? If she is, she's good. If she's not, she's bad. I don't think it's that simple. I think Corypheus is like one pawn that may or may not be taken on the chessboard of a much bigger game that, you know, these things are kind of, like, this shit hasn't happened before 100,000 times. We tried to, everybody in the Dragon Age universe has tried to get themselves fucked off how many times? Blights and Mages doing this, Templars doing that, and Exalted Marches doing this, and everybody just kill everybody. Everything's got to die because we have nothing else to do but kill everything. And that really just what it always boils down to. So this is just another thing. Some arrogant asshole with a little more power than someone else who's going to use it to destroy the world, to where if he actually accomplishes what he's trying to do, he's going to inherit nothing because he fucked everything off in the process of getting it. But just, I think that's like a lesson that they're trying to teach here. There's nothing else I need. I don't need any of this shit, really. Doom upon all the world. Mwahahaha.
Did you find what you need, Morrigan?
I can match the Darkspawn Magister's
Do I remember how I got that throne? It came with
As for matching Corypheus, that is up
Trespasser
to you,
DLC?
Inquisitor.
I believe it's Trespasser DLC. Pretty sure. One of the DLCs. If you got like Game of the Year, it should come with it.
Believe me, I know.
Then all that remains is to find Corypheus before he comes to us.
We've been looking for his base since all this began, with no success.
His dragon must come and go from somewhere.
Oh, what about the deep roads? We could send word to Orzammar, hire envoys to...
It seems Corypheus is not content to wait.
He's in the Valley of Sacred Ashes.
You either close the breach once more, or it swallows the world.
But that's madness. Wouldn't it kill him as well?
Inquisitor, we have no forces to send with you. We must wait for them to return from the Arbor Wilds.
Then I face him alone.
I've been leveling up for... I'm level 20 now. I'm going to go kick his ass. I mean, I face him alone. It's the bomb squad right here, man. Go beat the shit out of his pet dragon. I'm gonna kick this dragon's ass for those spitballs that he was shooting at me back. I haven't forgotten about that. That fucker was sniping me with wanted spitballs. Shit was going around corners. Little spirit spitballs. Fucker. Go kick his ass now. Oh shit, floating rocks.
Where is your maker now?
That's what Varric's most afraid of, floating rocks and shit. Red lyrium and floating rocks.
You cannot, for he does not exist. I am Corypheus. I shall deliver you from this lie in which you linger. Bow
Hey, you just
before
kill
your
shit,
new
you
god
tool.
and be spared.
Never!
Bitch's hair lip isn't even centered.
I knew.
It ends here, Corypheus.
And so it shall.
Scat Harding's like, now I've seen some shit. That's how shit looks in the fade. Have you noticed that? Shit looks just like that in the fade.
You have been most successful in foiling my plans, but let us not forget what you are.
I am the boot. You're the ass. Let's get to kicking.
At the wrong time, an interloper, a gnat.
What does that make you when I kick your...
We shall prove here, once and for all, which of us is worthy of godhood.
I never gave a fuck. You talked. Shut the fuck
You're
up.
not proving anything by talking.
Check that hoe. Check that hoe, Inquisitor. Stare him down. Give him that John Wayne stare. Hey, Grouch. Long time no see. How are you?
A dragon, how clever of you. It will avail you nothing. You will fall as a warning to those who oppose my divine will.
Shut the fuck up. Get roasted, bitch. Do it again. Do it again for a big dick. That's what you do. Oh, Varric just hit him for about 8 grand. Varric said, shut up. Shut up, oh. Oh, you got a spirit laser? Oh, he's getting his shit kicked in. Varric, what the hell was that?
What do they call you? A Qunari? Your blood is engorged with decay. Your race is not a race. It is a mistake.
Varric's beating his ass. Okay, so you can do unavoidable AoE power shots. I'm not impressed, bitch. All I know is this bitch runs a lot. Unavoidable AoE mind attacks or something. You're a hoe to me, bitch. You are a hoe to me. Busy with life and minions. Life and minions. So how are the little mini yous? Damn. This dragon's fixing to get shit on. Like, I mean, shit on. Learning how to talk, now it's teaching them how to stop. I almost feel sorry for this dragon here. Corrupted by this asshole. Almost feel sorry for it. I do. To get shit on. Okay, this is the weakest kill move I've ever seen in a video game. Killing the Lyrium Dragon. Doing some weak ass, no nonsense bullshit and a little game over.
Let it end here! Let the skies boil! Let the world be rent asunder!
Shut your metal gorged mouth, bitch. Seriously? Your cavities are showing on your face. He's all, bitch is all full health again.
No, I will not allow you this victory.
Oh, you don't have any choice.
And all the heathen barbarians shall burn.
Oh, you don't have any choice at all. Here's where he does that bullshit.
The breach is getting bigger! So it is! Kill him before he destroys the veil!
Shut up, bitch! I'm crying, ho.
Not like this. I have walked the halls of the golden city.
Yeah.
The ages.
Your mom, bitch.
Do not, ancient ones, I beseech you.
Now you need some more help, ho.
If you exist, if you ever truly existed, aid me now.
Shut up. Got that dick look on his mouth now, doesn't he? Yeah, poke, dead.
You wanted into the base?
Have fun. Yeah, that's the considering Meredith, especially on Nightmare, is about a half-hour fight at times. The Archdemon and the waves of Darkspawn and Origins. At least a good 10-minute fight, at least. Longer, maybe longer. Okay, so this dickhole gave that bitch the orb, and all that death is this shithole's fault, and his shit's broken anyway. Your best laid plans have always led to the death of everybody. Something needs to, like, pour acid on it so it disappears and we can pretend it never existed. This thing.
Corypheus is dead. That's the important thing.
Yet so much has been lost.
Inquisitor, are you alive?
Victorious, I see.
Moping devil disappears moping.
What a novel result.
Mopey devil is
And
mopey.
it seems the breach
Yeah, you and your orb, Solus.
finally closed.
Now if we could just crack your head like an egg, and you and your orb can match.
What do we do now?
Sorry.
We go back to Skyhold.
Someone was telling me in the dialogue with Solus, I think if you've done certain things in the game, I don't know, romanced it or whatever, but he'll tell you that Skyhold was once his. I always had a suspicion that if Solus knew about Skyhold, why didn't he tell you about Skyhold instead of hovering behind 3 sticks stuck in the snow at Haven and hoping that was some kind of defense? He was trying to give you up to Corypheus as long as he could get his hands on the orb. That didn't work. So then he tells you about Skyhold. Right? How many people had to die for Solus' little lack of information, like the existence of Skyhold? That'd have been a nice force for a blossoming Inquisition to go hole up in, right? To defend itself. But no, he lets you hang out in Haven because he knows Corypheus is going to find you there, trying to snag that orb and maybe steal your shit and empower the orb with it at the expense of killing you. Solus wouldn't give a fuck. Think about it. Vomits. Hey, did Andromeda ever get an update for 4K? A 4K update for the Xbox? Anybody know? What, his Rift Mage abilities? All that friendly fire bullshit he does that does nothing but kill you, doesn't do shit to the enemies? Trash.
A moment, my lady.
Here's the other devil.
My agents have found no trace of Solus. He has simply vanished.
You know where he's at, liar.
If he does not wish to be found, there's likely nothing we can do. But I will keep looking.
Uh-huh.
It's not worth worrying about.
As you wish, Inquisitor. Now that Corypheus has been defeated, we have a moment to stop and celebrate.
What's this wee shit? It hadn't been this wee shit up until now.
Easy. Every noble in southern Thedas is clamoring to meet you.
As the saying goes, to the victor go the spoils.
They see more than victory. Previously, you were an upstart, a fearsome Qunari in charge of rebels and heretics. Until Corypheus revealed himself, they could not see the single hand behind the chaos. Once he did...
The left hand behind the chaos? The single left hand, maybe?
The ultimate evil. Now you are the only power left standing. Enjoy the evening while you can, Inquisitor.
Well, you can, huh? Ominous bitch. Well, I didn't romance anybody, so... I do like the ending, how it'll show you... It'll show you with someone that you romanced or by yourself or whatever. Not playing any DLC? Nah. Everyone got friend zoned, that's right. Friend zone Inquisition, that's what it was.
'Tis said that Corypheus woke after his long slumber and found the world gone awry. He fought to bring back those days of magic and shadow, to raise himself as a god and set things right. Now, we are left with a scar in the sky to remind us of what almost was. It tells us that a great victory against chaos was won, but left the world forever changed. Consider the mighty empire of Orlais, where Empress Celine remains on her golden throne. Where once war raged, there is now a shaky peace. Orlais is resurgent, the Empress a patron of...
All those shifty nobles behind her are shifty.
Many attribute this recovery to her lady love, though others wonder how long their reunion will truly last. Fortunately for Celine, her gratitude towards the Inquisition has remained strong. Some claim she clings too tightly to the Alliance. Others know it is all that stands between her and defeat. Those Grey Wardens who survived the battle at Adamant ventured north into exile. They returned to the mighty fortress of Weishaupt, and word slowly spreads that a battle for control of the Order has erupted. If Hawk reaches Weishaupt with them is unknown. Indeed, before long, all news out of Weishaupt ends. Slowly, the Wardens withdraw from across the north as well. Some believe the ancient order is on the verge of vanishing forever. 1 month after the defeat of Corypheus, the Chantry names Cassandra as successor to the Sunburst throne. Given the name Divine Victoria,
Divine Cassandra.
A new Templar order and a new circle of Magi.
Right, because it worked so well before.
The Inquisition is issued, recognizing its service to all of Thedas.
Which is going to start a war in and of itself.
The new Divine's reforms are seen by some as going too far. A new sect arises, demanding a return to the status quo. Negotiations quickly break down. It is the first time the Chantry has ever declared open war against itself. Those Templars of the Inquisition who were recruited at Therenfall Redoubt are left with a choice. Some return to the Templar Order under the new Divine, but the rest elect to shed their allegiance forever. Under the watchful eye of Commander Cullen, these men and women form the core of the Inquisition's strength for years to come. And what of the Inquisition itself? It has eyes and ears in every hall. No secrets are beyond.
That's what Leliana wanted. That's all Leliana wanted.
Become the source of its power. I
Was her own machine.
Now, knowing that power will continue to grow.
Yep, and it won't end well.
Is a symbol to many, a leader of the changing world order. To others, she has become a target. They linger in the shadows, waiting for their day to come.
Leliana and her tools.
The Inquisition shall stand ready.
I don't know about that. And disband the Inquisition. Served its purpose. All you're talking about is creating a new Rome to get strong until it explodes, and everyone gets shit on as a result. Isn't Cameron Lee gone from BioWare now? He's been like one of their project leads for producers for shit, long time. I think going all the way back to Mass Effect, early Mass Effect days, I think. No. Reavers don't want to cuddle. I don't want to cuddle. I want to kill things. Quality assurance? You mean list of people who need to be fired? Sorry. Testers, secondary list of those who need to be fired. I didn't think this shit went on this long. Assistant Director of Design, Aiden Scanlon. He was the one basically in charge of Dragon Age 2. He's gone. I don't know if he was given the boot after this or whatever, but he had much less involvement than he should have had, in my opinion. A friend of mine actually introduced me to him. I got to talk to him a bit about this. Let him know that Dragon Age 2 is probably one of my favorite games ever. He seemed to really appreciate that. He seemed to. don't know if it still shows that little cutscene if you fast forward past all this shit. I'm not sure. User experience testing lab. User experience testing lab. Those three individuals.
Find me still searching for someone to lead me. Can you guide me to the revolt inside me? Promise surviving the breach. Promise surviving the breach in the sky. Templar igniting fire inside me. Make her remind me. Gone are the days of our peace. Now we reside in the great divide. The promise surviving the breach in the sky.
Okay. That's why several developers, or several years of the, several years of the developing of this game weren't actually putting in developing, was keeping track of all these motherfuckers. Who do we got working for us again? What exactly do you 364 people over there do? We sit over here so our names can get on this shit. Oh, okay. Well, let's sort you guys out. We're going to have to put the game off for 6 months so we figure out exactly how to justify the fact that you're whatever. Yeah, okay. This is roughly 5 times longer than anything I've ever seen for any other game before. I'm pretty sure this is a little over the top, ridiculous. Are they repeating it? They're repeating it. Fuck that. Okay, that's why it seems so long. They're going through it again. Ah. Never mind. I would have fast forwarded through this shit a long time ago. Yeah, the coffee makers, right?
I knew you would come.
You should not have given your orb to Corypheus, Red Wolf.
Yeah.
I was too weak to unlock it after my slumber.
Bitch, would you just go back to sleep?
The failure was mine. I should pay the price.
Oh no, everyone else paid the price for you.
People. They need me.
Such an emo.
I am so sorry.
I am sorry as well, old friend.
Oh, great. Smoking egg. He's a boiled egg now. Fried egg. Well, they just throw you back in here so you can just go run around and do stuff, I guess. Well, we gotta go just kill a dragon just because. Just because. Yeah, see? And then, inexplicably, you're just back here to do whatever. Why did I come in here again? Scrambled egg now? Gotcha. Anything else I can do? Never mind. Oh, that was quick. Varric. How did I get to Varric? Never mind. That's weird. Varric's not going to hit very hard with the fire run, is he? Oh well. Oh, would you look at that? Want that. Oh, Cassandra's fucking gone? Really? That sucks. I don't know. Use bowl then. That's fine. It's gonna be like that about it. I don't know where the hell Cassandra went. Oh, I know where she's at. She's in Trespasser now, right?
We're marching soon. That's the world.
I don't feel like it. I'm kind of bored with this.
Should I
No, if you go do Trespasser, you've got Cassandra with you. But I guess you'd be stuck out on the other ones because once you go to Trespasser, you can't come back, right? A bull contain. Bull contain. Here, we'll go do something real quick. Let's go to... He doesn't even need equipment. He can do his thing. You can't just be all mindless with him, though, like you could with Cassandra. Cassandra, you just let her go. Vivian will give her a barrier every once in a while. You just let her do her thing. Yeah, no big deal. But he can still do his thing. Everyone's still got guard from Cassandra. Cassandra left a parting gift. I don't have Bull equipped. I mean, he can still do his thing with minimal equipment, but I don't have anything special for him. Oh, you got another one of these assholes? God damn it. He never got Varric back up. That's weird. Okay, I don't know why she wouldn't get him back up. That is very strange. Well, whatever. Let's see. Did I ever get Life Ward? No, I didn't. Oh, this might actually be a little more trying than I thought then. Pretty much planned to just be done with this, to be honest. I was pretty much through. Just kind of fast track through it just to play. Once y'all burned up half of our potions.
Let's try not to get eaten, shall we?
Varric, is glitched as fuck, I guess. Vivian isn't going to get him up either. I don't understand why she's all of a sudden not doing this shit. Hold on. Not sure what's up with that. Miss, bitch. Shut up, bitch! How'd that feel, you bitch? You can take that flappy wing bullshit and stick that in your... Get him, girl. Fucking annoying. You dead already? God, I hate that. Oh, look, stuff. Yeah, if we'd have had some actual stuff, you know, to play with and things like that, it'd be a whole different story. Anyway. Well. That's that. It does, that whole fingernails on the chalkboard bullshit. Ah, throw your headphones across the room, kick your TV. Stop it. Stop. Well, what's next? I don't know. Somebody was on here the other night talking about Andromeda, and they were saying, well, Andromeda's unplayable without guns. And I was like, you can get through Andromeda without ever firing a gun. But, I don't remember who that was. I was wondering if they came out with a patch for Andromeda on the Xbox One. For the Xbox One X, the 4K patch or whatever. I was wondering if they did that. It looks a little better on my PS4, but if they updated it, it's very, very likely, very possible that it looked better on my Xbox One now. That's a little bit stronger than my PS4. But if not, then like we tried playing, what did we try playing the other day? Oh, it was this, Inquisition on the Xbox One. It still looks like the Xbox 360. It's just garbage. It's bad. For next gen, quote unquote next gen, it's bad. Alright, even on the Xbox One X, because the game is still the same. Xbox One X, it can only play the game that's in there. So they never updated Inquisition for that, but No. Andromeda looks good on the PS4. Apparently on the PS4 Pro it looks really, really good. But I don't think they optimized it for the Xbox One X. Because when it came out, it was still the Xbox One old version, which was Xbox 361. Piece of shit. Oh, was that you? Is that you, Pro? Couldn't remember who we were talking about it. Wait a minute. So you're saying you didn't say that you couldn't play it without guns, but you're saying that you're forced by the game to use guns. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I didn't say you couldn't use them. I just said that you have to use them. Huh? Well, I'm thinking, well, I'll play it on the PS4, it doesn't matter. But I'm thinking, what class to play? All soldiers really use their guns, so soldiers would be out of the question. So you got sentinels, engineers, but I think a turret would count as a gun, so I would include an engineer either. And then the adept. Well, you can kill a destroyer with biotics easily enough. An architect easily enough. The only thing that biotics struggle with, the only thing a biotic struggles with is those bitches with the orb, because those orbs are immune to biotics for whatever reason. You basically have to shoot them. I don't know if any tech. It would almost require taking Vetra and somebody with you, and just have him target that orb and just wait for him to knock the orb down. Once you knock a shield down, you can throw them all over like a rag doll. You can just slap the shit out of them with biotics then. It's almost funny. You just disrespect the shit out of them. But once that orb is up, you can hit them with a 500,000 point detonation and it won't do anything. It's just not very well balanced for that. Yeah, Liam would be alright. I think he uses a shotgun though. You want something rapid fire. Honestly, PB, probably PB and Vetra. No, what's his name? The lizard guy, man. That would be the one to take. That's the one. Him and Vetra can take down an orb pretty fast. Drac has a shotgun, Cora has a shotgun, and I believe Liam has a shotgun too. If you say SMG, I'll say okay, but I don't think so. I think he has a shotgun also. I think Vetra, PB has an SMG, Vetra has an assault rifle. What's-his-face has a sniper. Alright, well, I'm just sitting here thinking about what I'm gonna do. Hey, Snipes, what's up, man? 2 o'clock. That was my very first character. Yep. All right, well, I guess think about what to play. Nothing's just slapping me in the face at the moment. I think I'm gonna go get something to eat. And then, I don't know. I hadn't really been at a loss like this. I'd like a new game is what I'd like. Something new would be nice. I think I've waited long enough for somebody to put out something worth playing. Not finding anything. I almost thought about checking out one game. It kind of looks, it's kind of like Fable-esque, but it's about pirates. But it's an online co-op type game. I guess you apparently run around with your ship as a pirate and capture loot and look for treasure and things, and I don't know. It looks funny. I'm sure it's probably fun to some extent, but I would actually like a more serious game. Somebody's got to come out with a new whatchamacallit? A new IP. We got to get Cyberpunk 2077 is going to still be a couple years off. I'm not wanting to wait years. I want to play something tomorrow. Really. Somebody got to come out with a new franchise, man. It's got to be something. Divinity 2 Original Sin. No, I checked that out, Grouchy. It's turn-based. And I mean, it's hardcore, slow down a fight, make a 10-second fight last 30 minutes while you move square to square and decides who gets... It's like playing Monopoly RPG. Not my type of fighting. I can't do combat like that. It's just... It's too boring for me. There's strategy, tactics, and this and that, and I'm not denying the value of it. It's just not for me. It's... Can't do it. Looks like it. God of War. I had no interest in that whatsoever. I'm not a huge fan of quick time action, quick time events, for one. And two, it looks like you run around with your kid and do things in a team effort. Switching back and forth, I do this, you do that, and let's show off our really pretty graphics. It may be great. I'm not gonna say it's not, I'm not even gonna predict that. But that's not really my thing in the first place, God of War type stuff. It looks like it's going to be good. Of course, they're gonna cherry pick the screenshots they show you, you know, but the graphics look like they might be nice. But I don't know. All right, guys. Well, we're done with this. I don't know. Nothing's just inspiring me. Wanted to start an Andromeda, and we'd probably do that tomorrow. But I don't even know, man. I'm just not feeling it. We played the shit out of it. I think I did everything there is to do in that game. I wanted to, but you shouldn't play something just because you think you should. Play something you want to play. But maybe I'll root around here and look around. But until then, I'm going to go get something to eat. Appreciate you guys hanging out. At least we finished that. I think this mage was pretty stout, especially considering we didn't get some of the items I was actually looking for. A belt, there's a belt that basically, it takes away from your health. I had the worst version of it, but there's a better belt. There's like an enhanced and a superb version of it. It's built of Storm Pact or something, and it amplifies your electricity damage at a cost of health. Kind of like their little attempt to assuage those whom they offended by taking out blood magic. The whole blood mage skill tree and just blood mage in general. So they threw that back in there. Sacrifice some health for more power. Well, that's what a blood mage is, technically speaking. Although the mechanics of managing your health as kind of like a mana pool was done really well in Dragon Age 2, even better than it was in Origins, and then they just quit on it. I don't know. I can't explain it. But yeah, what about Final Fantasy 15? Good question. I want to ask someone else on that. All right, guys. Well, I'm just sitting here. Don't really know what to do with myself, so I guess I better go get something to eat. All right, well, I'm gonna take off, and gonna see you guys later this evening. It'll probably be tomorrow, and I'll find something to play. Something. I don't know. All right, guys, take it easy. I am out of here. Later. Nice seeing you, Grouch. Been a while. Take care.